All eyes are on New York's Hunter College as tenured professor Allison Friedman was caught on a hot mic during a parent teacher meeting making extremely racist remarks.
Growing backlash and fallout after racist comments at a meeting on the Upper West Side. The parent making the comments, also a professor at Hunter College.
These comments were heard on a Zoom while a student was speaking at an educational council meeting. The mayor and school counselor now weighing in as some are calling for the parent to be fired from her job in education.
The controversial comments were caught on a District 3 Community Education Council Zoom call earlier this month.
They're too dumb to know they're in a bad school. But apparently Martin Luther King said it. Like, if you train a black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. You don't have to tell them anymore. They're just
Allison Friedman, what you're saying is absolutely hearable here. You've got to stop.
It's just really defeating to hear that, someone thinks that they go to a school that they don't know is bad and they're too dumb to realize that they're bad. That's actually really bad to hear.
Allison Friedman is a district parent who also works as an associate professor in the Department of Biological Sciences at Hunter College.
Look, I'm in California, and I've been saying this for years. White liberals are, in my opinion, the most racist people in the world today. The reason being, unlike their racist ancestors, obviously we know that the Democrat Party is the party that started the KKK. They practice a covert form of racism that is usually masked in, you talk to these people, you think they feel sorry for everybody, they love everybody, they just want everybody to be equal, they just want everybody to have a fair shot. These are the words that they throw out there. These are the lines that they throw out there. This is how they present themselves to the world. But the minute these people are behind closed doors, the minute these people are in spaces of confidence where they don't believe their true feelings and what they say will get out to the public, it's always these type of racist remarks.
Anger, outrage, and chaos at City Hall. The LA City Council in turmoil after racist remarks are made public.
Councilwoman Nuri Martinez can be heard criticizing Bonen's adopted black son, calling him a little monkey in Spanish.
And then there's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved. The kid is bouncing off the effing walls on the floor, practically tipping it over. There's nothing you can do to control him.
Martinez recalls a conversation she says she had with LA businessman Danny Bakewell, in which she recommended Councilmember Marquise Harris Dawson take LAX away from fellow Councilmember Mike Bonin.
Go get the airport from his little brother, that little Bonin. I go, what is with Bonin? I said, Bonin thinks he's black. That guy don't think he's black. I go, he thinks he's black.
The most racist individuals that I've ever met are liberals. They're the ones that call me the most names. They're the ones that create policies that create barriers for me not to thrive economically.
And you can only hide the truth for so long. My grandma used to say, what's done in the dark will come to the light. And what we're witnessing in our modern day is the Democrat Party, hopelessly attached to and unwilling to break away from radical liberals, is slowly but surely being exposed as the racist that so many people, especially African American people, believe they are. Look at Gavin Newsom's recent statements while in Atlanta.
I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. and I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech.
Gavin Newsom, in his mind, can say something like that and get off that stage and say, well, I wasn't being racist, I was just relating to them. A true racist person, a true bigot, does not realize that they are being racist. Those bigots that lived 150 years ago down south or wherever else, the reason they were bigots was not because of the fact that they were racist and they hated blacks. The reason they were bigots was because they didn't even realize they were racist. They didn't even realize their hatred for another group of people. That's what truly makes you a racist. That's what truly makes you a bigot, when you do it without even realizing it. What makes the liberal worse is the liberal knows all the history. They know all the social science surrounding racism. They can tell you how racism pretty much began, where it stems from. They can tell you what you need to do to combat racism. They can even tell you what you need to do to practice racism covertly without being exposed. They have reached, in my opinion, the final form of racism, where the racism is now so covert that you are destroying entire communities, but finding a way to rationalize it and justify it while knowing in your mind that it's unjustifiable. Look at what happens regarding gentrification. Now, I don't really have a problem with gentrification, but notice all the white liberal do-gooders have a problem with gentrification, but they're the ones gentrifying everything. It's almost like they're saying, well, as long as we acknowledge it, if we do it, it makes it a little bit more palatable. It makes it a little bit more tolerable. Well, it's not just that we're doing it. What's important is that we understand how we're doing it, why we're doing it, and that we know that it's wrong. It's almost like someone saying it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Please forgive me for being a white racist. Please forgive me for being a bigot. Are you going to stop being a bigot? No, I'm not. But I just want to get your forgiveness for being a bigot. If anybody knows about the Bible, what did Jesus say it takes for you to truly be forgiven of sin? Not only repent, not only be sorry or show remorse, but you had to repent and turn around. That means repent, acknowledge what you've done, ask for forgiveness, and then turn around and go the other way, meaning you're no longer going to do that thing. But these liberals nowadays, man, it's like, and you know what? It might not even be fair for me to just call out white liberals, because there's black liberals who are just as racist as white liberals. There are black liberals who have a extreme level of hatred and bigotry towards white people and white liberals. They don't like white people. They'll just aim their vitriol towards white conservatives because they know that that's a little bit more acceptable in our society. But in reality, they have hatred and vitriol for all white people. I don't hate anyone. As far as I'm concerned, everybody's welcome, because I'm just that confident in my own ability, to be amazing, to be great. I don't need to hate anyone. I want everybody to have an opportunity. I don't want everybody to have a guaranteed outcome, but I want everybody to have an opportunity. And for some reason, the liberals among us, they want everyone to have a guaranteed outcome as long as the other person's outcome is it finds them in a position or a station lower than their own. And that's exactly what Allison Friedman was talking about. She was literally degrading African-American students. And it's so funny how, as much as these people claim to love black people and I'm not racist and, this was a mistake or you took me out of context, they're always talking about blacks. You don't catch these people talking about Asians, Hispanics, Pacific Islanders. They're always talking about blacks, the number one group of people whose backs they ride to achieve their political goal and to implement their political agenda. Right now, we're having a conversation about voter ID. They can't use another racial group on this planet to get people to accept this idea that even though 87% of all American citizens want some type of voter ID to be required before people can vote, the Democrat Party as a whole is still rejecting and fighting the idea of implementing this type of ID. The only group they can use to save their skin on this one is African Americans. All they can do is say, oh, this is going to disenfranchise poor blacks who live out in rural communities and can't get to the DMV or to the government, to the county clerk to get a new birth certificate or to get a passport. They use us so much to further their political agenda, their insane political agenda. I mean, they've literally used racism towards black to justify radical transgender ideology. They literally use black or African American people to further their sick, toxic political ideology. But when you peel back the layers on the onion, just like Allison Friedman, they have the most hatred and disdain and vitriol towards the black or the black American or the African American out of any other group. And living in California, I see this firsthand. These people will be on the internet pretending to be do-gooders who love everyone. They'll be downtown LA crying for Hispanic illegal criminal immigrants. They'll be wherever. They'll be fighting for any group that they claim is marginalized. But go into their neighborhoods, go to their local bar, walk down their street at night and see if they don't call the police that they claim to hate and want to defund. I'm telling you, if there was ever a wolf in sheep's clothing, it is the white liberal. Gavin Newsom, I believe he's a total racist. If Gavin Newsom is not a racist, how can he walk down Skid Row? Look at all those black people. We are disproportionately represented on Skid Row. How can that man walk through Skid Row, see the sad, pathetic situation down on Skid Row, all these black bodies lined up living in tents, even children living down there in tents, and still go back to Sacramento and pilfer and steal with his peers or his counterparts over in Sacramento? You have to be a truly bigoted, deeply hateful racist to do something like that. How can you preside over a city over a state with a huge amount of minorities working hard every single day and still waste billions of dollars of their tax money? In my opinion, this is allegedly steal billions of dollars of these people's hard-earned taxpayer dollars. You have to be a special type of bigot to do something like that. You have to be a special type of racist to do something like that. It goes beyond words. And it passes over into the realm of inexcusable action and inexcusable inaction. Let me know what you think about this. I know that was a bit of a rant, but I appreciate you for watching this. If you have not already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Till the next time, peace.